Hello everyone and welcome to Elohim Eternal by George Alexandros. So, I got a free copy of this game specifically for the purposes of Let's Playing it, and going off the description, it takes place in a world where religion and technology fuse, and it is a very character-driven RPG of a deep battle system. I am very curious to see. I love the art, I gotta say. Like, some of the art on the game page and this title screen right here, it looks really nice, and I'm kind of yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. Before we start, though, let me just do my normal stuff. Okay, that should be... There we go. I don't like it overpowering me, per se. Now where Joshua was near Jericho, he looked up and saw a man standing in front of him, with a drawn sword in his hand. There he is! Joshua went up and asked, "Are you for us or our enemies?" "Neither," he replied. "But as commander of the army of the Lord, I have now come." Now, I'm not a religious guy. I don't know if this is an actual quote or not. Ooh. This is really good mapping, just going off this alone. That's a strong first impression. Like, I can just tell this is a developer that really knows how to use RPG Maker. This looks incredible. Oh, Yawnfly. Like, you just gotta wonder, what is going on here? Like, lots of different types of looking people. Like, we got workers, we got priests, we got fair maidens. What in the world is happening? Joshua. Cos... Co Cosmocrators. You who were born in the light of Hosanna, to watch over and protect your children of on Iden. Strengthen my resolve. Bless me with the spirit of my late father, so that I may one day become like him, a judge in your service. Oh, hold on. No controller. Steam Deck support, that's kind of cool. Wait, just talking to people gets you experience? That's cool. Okay, that's a good way to emphasize talking to NPCs. Okay. This dev is really confident in the story if they're giving you that. That is such a nice art. Jehundan Soldier. Also, speaking of, there's another... Oh, goodness. Oh! You! That's a pet peeve of mine. Okay, I don't like... RPG Maker games often give you an option that lets you run by default and walk by holding the key, and I honestly prefer that, and it's even better for people who can't hold a button for long periods of time. Like, that is actually going to be a big issue for me, because that is like a constant thing, but hopefully it's not that big an issue. Joshua. This is no place for a soldier. My father died here. I have every right to see the place where he laid down his life for his people. Don't expect to see a spirit here. Though this damnable place sends a chill down my spine. Afraid of monsters? Shedem? Of course I am. Have you ever fought a Shedem before? Fearsome mutated beasts. You'd be wise to watch out for them. We are likely to see other creatures down here. Maybe even Canaanites. I hope we do. Just like your father, a fearless warrior. Wow, you really get experience for talking to people. That's so cool. I like that little icon with or that little flare with the question mark. Joshua, I didn't expect to see you here. Have you come to catch a glimpse of the marvelous Mount Sinai Bridge? It is the greatest achievement to us prophets, who were tasked with its design and construction. A most magnificent piece of architecture. I'm not surprised you'd want to sneak at a glance. But you mustn't stay long. Jamara has given strict orders that only a select group of judges and prophets are allowed here. I was, but only in the later stages of its completion. Several prophets died in the building of the bridge. Some fell to the bottomless abyss. Could it be truly bottomless? Our dead are down there. Judges, prophets, and soldiers. The only thing you'll find down there is death. In the Abzu, the underworld, where the Canaanites call home. Limestone and mortar, with the help of Magia, of course. It took us 2 years to design it and 5 years to build it. It took us even longer to recover from the battle at Mount Sinai, and for the Council of Judges to finally decide its crossing. The Council of Judges debated on whether we should explore Mount Sinai, whether it was part of our divine mission. Some judges believe Mount Sinai to be a place where Avram was chosen, to lead the Intonites to battle against the Canaanites. Others believe the disaster at the battle at Mount Sinai was a sign of the Cosmocrators to seal off Mount Sinai for good. Yet the council finally voted to explore. What made them decide? Heritage won out in the end, a desire to see where our forefathers, Avram, had once stood and battled the Canaanites. You be careful now, Joshua, and watch your step. Now, it looked like we were getting... Okay, I was thinking like maybe I was getting quests, like when they said, oh, there might be dead down there, like that was like a quest or something. Apparently not. Do we have to cross a bridge? If you ask me, there's nothing here for us but trouble. Of course there's something wrong with crossing a... Yeah, of course there's something wrong with crossing a bridge. First off, how sturdy it is. Can hold the weight of us all. I wouldn't want to ride a horse through it. Men died building that bridge. We can't climb the mountain. We've tried. Men have died trying that too. True, it's steep, treacherous mountain. Or it's a steep, treacherous mountain. Worse, its surface is freezing. Some kind of ice-cold rock. Some say bodies of men who tried to climb it are frozen in place. Unless I forget the poisonous gases that hover around its peak, nothing good can come from that place. No, not one good thing. An early death. I'm only half joking. The council thinks we'll find pieces of valuable history. Artifacts of our ancestors, the time of Avram, or so they say. You sound as though you don't believe them. It's not for me to say, especially to a soldier like you, who is not yet a judge. I will be one day, like my father before me. I have no doubts, Joshua. You are a pious man and a good fighter. I suppose the underlining reason for us being here is that we'll find some connection to the Cosmocrators. You mean a pathway into the kingdom of heaven? Perhaps. Legends say that Abram walked with the Cosmocrators. He must have done it somehow. That would mean the Canaanites would have had access to the pathway as well. Those mindless murderers, doubtless, my boy. The Canaanites speak an odd, indecipherable language. I reckon the only one who can understand them is their false god, Ahix. I'm going to hold you to that. If something goes wrong, you'll be hearing from me. And we gotta level up. I always find it interesting when a game doesn't start you at level 1. Like, what does that say about the character? In this case, it says that Joshua has experience as a fighter, because, you know, he's a soldier. Joshua Asa is an Idnite of Jehudan descent. He's a soldier in the Jehudan army, with aspirations to become a judge like his father, Doran Asa. Interesting. Do we starve any skills? There's story mode. We can play Minecraft story mode whenever we want. Divinity. Oh, this system! Oh, wait, no, those are our equips. Although, wait, what's this? These must be passives. Or just skills. Oh, no, those are my skills, I think. Fire and dark. Those are uncommon elements for a protagonist. Didn't Verloren have this system? I forgot what this plugin was called, but I have seen this before. I really liked it. Joshua Asa. Did I hear something? Behind you. It's ludicrous to think we'd have to go underground or to scale a mountain. Lamech, It's alright, I have already spoken to Jamara. Though you are not a judge of Jehuda yet, you are under my tutelage, and so he has allowed you to accompany us on this expedition. Thank you. I need to see this place for myself. Only be careful. Are we expecting trouble? Some of the judges and prophets seem skittish. As they should be. No one knows what to expect down here. It's been over a decade since the battle at Mount Sinai. There could still be Canaanites lurking in the shadows. It's been years since the last known sighting of a Canaanite. They've been wiped out. So say some of the judges. I'm more cautious, and so should you. I pray to the cosmic craters that there are still some of those metal-skinned bastards left. Curb that vengeance. It won't bring back your father. It won't please the cosmic craters to slay Canaanite scum. Still, keep your sword close and you and your shield closer. Canaanites may be destroyed, but there could still be Shedem. I don't know what would tell your mother. What I would tell your mother if something were to happen to you. I miss your father too. He was the greatest man I ever knew. Thank you, Uncle. I won't let you down. I'm ready for this. The place still reeks of smoke and ash from the explosive 5 years ago. Does it jar your memory? I was lucky to be one of the few survivors in that battle. I remember fighting alongside your father when a flashing when a flashing burning light blinded me. I heard screams then, screams that still haunt me in my sleep. When I came to, all I saw was this endless pit of darkness and no way across. The Canaanites did this with their evil Magiah. They took the lives of Inonites. They took my father from me. Some prophets and oracles would say that they used a kind of device known as an inferno. Such things have been used in wars before, but I have never experienced something so destructive. Enough to tear the very pillars that keep Iden together. I've heard prophets and oracles say there are more infernos scattered across Iden. Could they be right? I wouldn't doubt it. In times like these, where I'm reminded of how little I know about the world we live in, it's a frightening thought. Come, it took years to build this bridge. Now is our chance to finally conquer Mount Sinai. This game is really good at world building, I can tell so far. Like, the information is being very nicely, like, compartmentalized by NPC, and I feel like I already have a sense of, like, what this place is like. N Nephish points. That's a new one. I guess Divine Grace must be TP. How measures how quicken you are to action. I really like how that's worded. Oh, interesting. Before we go any further, take these. Is this 5 red cries and 3 blue cries? Don't be afraid to use them if you find yourself injured or too drained to use your Magiaya. Is this a Reha too? In case you run out of into any Shedim. Use it to learn the weaknesses of the Shedim and gain advantage. Shedim are formidable foes. Some are resistant to certain types of Magiaya. Make sure you know what to use against your enemy. Thank you, Uncle. Just be careful, I can't stress that enough. Now let's go. One talent. What is that window for? That must be a plugin I'm not very familiar with. That's currency. What's the matter, Joshua? Still learning to walk? Ham. Ham! Always a pleasure. Everyone has all these super religious names and then you just have a ham. It's probably short for something. You shouldn't be here. This is a mission for judges, not soldiers. I have permission from Jermara. That's a good sprite. Or is Lamech vouching for you again? What do you say? What do you do to curry such favor? You don't see curry used in that context very often. Is it because he's your uncle? Or do you lick his boots? Maybe wipe his ass for him? That's your superior you're talking about. Just because your father was a judge does not make you one. Now get out of my sight. Go on, run along, soldier. You weren't worth it. What was that? Could it be them? Them who? Canaanites. Canaanites. Impossible. Don't be ridiculous. Get back, Joshua. I can fight too. I said get back. Whoa! Behind you. I thought they would be, like, wolfmen based on that name. Joshua, I'll be alright. I can handle this. You need to find out what weakness the enemy has. Use the Reha I gave you. You'll find it in your items. Okay. Okay, so it's RTB bars. You're weak to fire, ice, and light. It seems the enemy is weak to fire. Use your elemental Magiaya and select the fire Magiaya. When you hit an enemy of a weakness, you'll be given a chance to do a combo and inflict more damage. A combo circle will overlay with the enemy, and a ring will close in on... Oh, this mechanic. You need to hit the confirmation key at the right time. I feel like this I can figure out on my own. It's just slightly faster than me. I think I missed it. Also, no attack command. It goes right into your magic. That's interesting. Oh, okay. That's a good first battle. Absorbed? You absorb your currency? What? Ah. Don't forget, if you need to heal, make sure you use a red cries from your items. Oh, interesting. Okay. Holy! I noticed there's an even smaller ring in that. Oh my god. I mean, he's just healed me. I don't think I have to now. Let's try to go for it. Heavenly! Are you hurt? I'll live, thank you, Joshua. There's still more of these bastards. There's too many of them. Raise your shield, boy. Yes, sir. Here they come. Etikons. You say it like a curse, Jamara. Do we not all come from the same forefathers? You Atticons have come to steal our glory. Ha. I could have you branded for treason. We agreed as a council to investigate Mount Sinai together as a unified faction. It's clear you Jehundans cannot handle this on your own. We do not need your help, nor did we ask for it. If we hadn't come when we did, your throat would be Shaddam dinner. Enough of this. We are on the same side, or have you forgotten? We are both ancestors of Avram. This is new territory for both peoples. Worse, it is underground. You're injured. I can heal your wounds. Hands off, boy. Boy? I'm quite certain we're the same age. Beos. Come over here with the other judges. You're a judge? Aren't you? Better wipe that smirk off your face. You've got guts, soldier, I'll tell you that. Could there be Canaanites down here, brother? Unlikely. But if there are, we'll be ready for them. We should move through the caverns of Mount Sinai together. With Atticans? Never. Please, Jermara. Leave him, Kaiser. It's clear that his pride is wounded. Enough of this pointless chatter. Good luck with your excavation, Alcandros. Into you, my dear Jamara. Watch your step, old man. Pompous fool. Atticans to me. Stay close together and watch each other's backs. Fascinating creature. Indeed I am. I have been close to a Shadim before, but their biology never ceases to amaze. What's so amazing about them? Well, you see, they're mutants, half biological and half metallic. Some oracles and prophets theorize that Shadim are just mammals or animals that have been born with mutations. These mutations change their body and temperaments, make them more into monsters than mere animals. Some have even said that it's not at birth that these mutations take place, but something in an animal's body that... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Evolves? I suppose that's as good an explanation as any other. And when that process happens, the animal's body mutates into something unrecognizable. Reanimated Shadim? I suppose it could happen, but this monster is quite dead. But if animals can become Shadim, who's to say that corpses cannot become Shadim either? It's a frightening thought. I am an oracle. However, there isn't much difference between oracles and prophets, only in name and sex. Another sign of our division as a once unified nation. Avram would be ashamed of us, I think. We are all Indanites, are we not? Thank you, soldier. Those bastards Atticans think they're so special. Just because Attica was the first son of Abram does not mean he was the favored son. Jamara can't stand the Atticans. Many Jehundans can't, and the Atticans feel the same way about us. It's all because of the Battle of Mount Sinai that took place here. Atticans blame Jehuda, saying we led their fallen comrades into that trap. Jehudans say the same about Atticans. Truth is, no one really knows. The blast was tremendous. I've heard Lamech swear that it was because of the Atticans. I've heard him say that too. How could they do that to their own brethren? It doesn't make sense, though. Joshua. Many Atticans were lost too in the battle at Mount Sinai. Why would the Atticans do that to their own people? I'm afraid that battle will be shrouded in mystery. I just pray that to the Cosmocrators that the mystery doesn't force... oh my god. Doesn't force a civil war upon us. That would be devastating. You almost got yourself killed. I slew just as many Shadim as you did. Huh, don't be so eager to rush into battle. It puts the rest of us in danger. This is why you're not a judge. Judges are level-headed. They analyze their enemy using a Rahab before attacking. As I live and breathe, are you giving me advice, Ham? I'm just telling you what you need to know, so no one more important than you gets killed. If you're going to be with the judges, you might as well start acting like one. What do you have against me? I've done nothing to you. You're privileged. You think just because your father was a great judge that you can play at being a judge too. But it takes hard work to become one of the Cosmocrator's selected warriors. I came from a poor, cowardly family. My mother died giving birth to my sister, who was born weak and was sick all the time. And because we were poor, my father couldn't afford the medicine needed to heal her, and so she died. I was only 6 years old at the time. My father blames himself, and eventually the death of his wife and daughter drove him to... Oh, God. He was weak. They were all weak. I vowed then and there that I would never be like them. And so I joined the Jehudan army and worked my way to becoming a judge. I never knew that about you, Ham. I'm sorry to hear what happened to your family. It must have been devastating to watch all those you love pass away. Spare me your pity. It's thanks to the deaths that I am stronger. The Cosmocrators heaped tragedy on me so that I could be the man I am today. What's a plain soldier doing here? Huh, this is not fitting training grounds for a trainee. You saw those Shadim. You could have died. What do you want? Who? Beos? Oh, you mean Beos Rahab. Aye, he's a judge. Don't let his age or his gentle nature fool you. I've seen him make short work of Shadim. He's the youngest son of Kaiser, and the half-brother of Romeus. He's also half like you. Like me? He's half a Jehudan, from his mother. She was a judge too, but died in the battle at Mount Sinai. Yes? Speak, Jehudan. I know you. Perhaps you've seen me speak to Lamech. He and I are friends. Despite that, he is Jehudan and I am Ataken. We fought together in battles and hold to the same ideals. Perhaps that's how you know me. That would explain it. Mystery solved. Now run along. Lamech beckons for you. Okay, very close to another level up. So we're at a half hour, so I think I'll leave it off here. This is a very good first impression. The story is very, like, well-written and mature, and, like... it's been a while since I've, like, played a game with a lot of religious tension to it. It's kind of interesting to see this kind of story again. I'm very interested in these monsters, too. I don't know, having a very strong monster faction tends to really draw me in. And, yeah, I will see you folks later. Thanks for watching.